My name is Patrick, and like you, I watch YouTube. And maybe also like you, the YouTube that I watch, the YouTubers, they tell you, or me, to buy tools. And sometimes maybe you actually buy the tool. That's what I did today. I bought a thing. I bought it. I tried it out. That's what we got here. We have the mitersaw segments. Now it's a little bit dusty, ignore that. It's by mitersaw, it's called segments, and I think many people have recommended this tool, but the most notable ones that I recall are 731 Woodworks and Izzy Swan. Now I actually, before 731 Woodworks recommended this, I had seen a video with Izzy Swan where he recommended it, and then I ordered it back in December of last year, and I kind of haven't used it yet. So is it any good? Today we're going to find out. We're going to take a look at it, and I also want to point out the reason why I haven't used it is because of this. My miter gauge that I have with my Harvey table saw is already very good and very accurate. And I actually tested the accuracy of this in my table saw review by putting it up against the mitersaw and basically seeing if the markings on this line up with the markings on that, and they did. We're gonna try it out anyways. This is the miter gauge I got, so we're gonna see if it works. Okay, let's take a closer look at this tool. As I said, it's dusty. It comes in kind of this blown plastic case. That's fine. And when you open it up, it's, you know, neatly secured. So to give you a rundown of how this works. So we have two holes that are labeled 0, 0. And you can take a pin and you can put it in either of the holes. Now for my table saw, because I have the blade on the right, I will be having my 0, 0 on the right hand side. And basically then you could take a, say you wanted to make a box, you would set it to 4. And when you line that up with your miter gauge here, it'll set it to 20. And we'll do a quick little sample of that. So I'm going to take the box, I'm just going to put the box away, and we're going to pull out my miter gauge. We're going to loosen it up here and just place it in the slot. I got to kind of make it so it can move, and just like so. You slide it up as tight as you can, make sure it's registering on both sides, and then tighten it down. And when we look at this side, so if you set it to 0 and 4, you'll get 45 degrees, and that's what you want. So as you can see, it lines up with 45 degrees, and that's exactly what we would want to make a box. Now for my test, because we're going to do a test on this, I'm going to set it to 7. A 7-sided piece of something, because that's a weird angle. I don't think my miter gauge will have positive stops for it. It might, but I don't think it will. I have not tested that. Now taking a closer look at this, it's aluminum, I believe, and it is machined quite well. It has this nice grippy stuff on the back. Overall, it's actually a very simple tool, but it's pretty neat. It is kind of pricey. I think it's a little over $200. Throw that on the screen. A lot of tools get recommended, so sometimes you gotta try them out. Yeah, so this is like 23, 24, 25 and a half degrees on the miter gauge. It's a weird angle. Now I'm actually not going to use the stop that comes with this because it doesn't go all the way down. and for what I'm doing, that's going to get in the way. So we've used our miter set, we got our angle. Now I'm going to use just a piece of wood, plywood, and then grab a little clamp here. So we'll just go meow, just like so. Easy peasy. It's gonna work great. And then as soon as we get that angle, we're gonna take it, flip it, cut it again. So I'm gonna plug in my dust control, my dust extractor, and I'm gonna cut 7 pieces just like this. And also use some ear protection. Eye protection's already on. Dust protection, gotta get all the protections. I actually changed my mind. I'm not going to do it like this. I'm gonna go a bit higher. We're gonna go like this. Okay. Just about ready. Hey, what's up? My name is, what's up? I've never said that in a single video. Hey everyone, my name is Patrick and I do woodworking as a hobby. I build neat things every now and then, cutting boards, and I do some cabinetry there, or here and there. A bunch of little projects, and if you're interested in seeing stuff like that, like, subscribe, comment on the videos. It'll keep me going, and the videos should only get better, in theory. That's the plan. We're just doing a new series. Yeah, we're making something like this. It's pretty neat. Trying out tools that YouTubers like. And that's one thing we're gonna do. So subscribe, like, and I'll see you around. All right, so now that we have this, I'm going to take some painter's tape. We're not going for a glue up here. It's just a kind of a test. Now I got some rough edges here, some tear out. So that may affect the result a little. But I'm just going to train this. Now this is my first time actually using this in practice, so I'm hoping I've used it correctly. All right. And just a little bit more off the edge. And in theory, let's start on this side. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Okay, well, first time use. My wood might not be perfectly straight or flat, and there might be some, chipping that's getting in the way. Pretty good. I find these bottom 3 right here are this one, and this one seem to be quite a bit tighter, and this one actually. I'm almost wondering if I just need to trim off a little bit, if the chips got in the way on a couple of them. I'm thinking that's probably what it was. That's causing me to be just slightly off. But I have to say the results are pretty cool. I might try glue this up, and I don't know what I'd ever do with it, but it would be pretty cool. It'd be a pretty cool thing to try to. All right, this is the miter set segments. It's a tool that was recommended by a few notable YouTubers, and I gave it a test, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, it's very simple in practice. It's a very simple tool, but I am impressed with it. All right, so the miter set segments, it's a pretty cool looking tool. It seems to do pretty good. It's neat. It had some pretty good results here. Now, I'm picking this up, it's all tape, so it's not gonna hold together very well, but I mean, I gotta say, besides the fact that the tape's slipping, pretty good. Pretty awesome results. Pretty excited. Pretty super duper. Would I recommend this myself? Almost. Very close. If you have one of these, or a equivalent miter saw, or miter gauge, I would not. But if you have a piece of junk like this, and you have projects that you can do, maybe it's like octagons, things like this, where you can make a lot of money that would pay for this thing, then yes, I would say it's worth it. Me, myself, because I've had this, this is the first time I've used it and owning it for 7 months. But nevertheless, it's a pretty cool tool. I would buy it. I did buy it. I'd buy it again. This is I Buy Tools That YouTubers Recommend. Episode 1. Like, subscribe, comment on the videos. It'll keep me going. And the videos should only get better. In theory. That's the plan.